A girl has been living in her meticulously built doomsday bunker for 25 days. In the 150 square meter underground space, she has stocked up on enough food, water, and medicine to last 5 years. Yesterday, she tried to dig an escape tunnel and accidentally uncovered an abandoned underground base once used by a lab organization. But the truth behind the homing movement is far more terrifying than she ever imagined. At 3:17 a.m., a chilling laugh jolted her awake. It wasn't a sound she heard with her ears, it was a tremor deep in her blood. It was that creature. An icy dread crawled up her spine. She rushed to the monitor. Through the camera feed, the forest outside was dead silent, but the invisible pressure seeped through the screen. Thinking back to the massive homing movement 2 days ago, and the cold, clinical words of the Matrix hibernation plan, it seemed the creature was close to completing its next evolution. What comes next will be even more frantic hunting. She had to finish reinforcing the bunker before the storm hit. The 2 escape tunnels she dug earlier gave her some confidence, but those were a last resort. She didn't just want to run, she wanted to defend this place. This underground fortress she'd poured everything into. She dragged 2 alloy steel plates from the tool room to serve as reinforced doors, welding them shut over the tunnel entrances. She checked every weld twice, making sure they could withstand the most violent assault. But steel doors weren't enough. She rigged the tunnels with carefully placed landmines and hid micro-surveillance cameras in the crevices. Any uninvited guest would have to be ready to be buried alive. By the time she finished, dawn was just breaking. Through the camera feed, she looked at the artificial forest she'd planted above the bunker, vines twisting everywhere, and hundreds of bees acting like loyal guards. They were natural enemies of the infected, but only useful against small numbers. Against a tide of them? Useless. She grabbed her doomsday survival manual, already dog-eared from flipping through it so much. In the beekeeping section, she found a recipe for bee-attracting syrup, honey, sugar, and water. But as she stirred it, the scent didn't seem strong enough. Then she remembered a bottle of floral perfume. She dripped some in. Instantly, a thick, almost cloyingly sweet fragrance filled the air. Even her dog Lucky sneezed. She put on her mask, carefully opened the hidden door of the escape tunnel, and sprayed the syrup onto the vines above the bunker. The sweet smell mixed with the earthy scent of soil, strange, but somehow hopeful. Back inside, the unease lingered. Passive defense is always the dumbest move. She needed a way to fight back. Her eyes landed on the dusty weapon cabinet in the corner. Inside, assault rifles, sniper attachments, plenty of ammo. They shouldn't just be collectibles. Then she remembered the massive tree above the bunker. A crazy idea took shape. She used a drill to bore a small hole in the northwest corner of the ceiling, then lit a plastic sheet to release black smoke through it, using the camera outside to pinpoint the exact spot. Then she switched to a large drill bit. The noise was deafening, almost shaking the roof off. 2 hours later, she'd created a vertical shaft just wide enough for one person that led directly into the tree trunk. The trunk was hollow. She reinforced the walls with steel frames, installed a simple platform, and camouflaged the top opening with leaves. Inside, she set up an elevator platform. The view was perfect. She could see the entire perimeter of the bunker, completely hidden within the canopy. That night, she collapsed in front of the console, sore all over. The syrup had already attracted more bees. They were settling near the bunker. The tree trunk was now a perfect sniper perch. The cameras at the tunnel entrance blinked red. Lucky jumped onto her lap and nuzzled her hand. She opened a can of peaches. The sweet syrup temporarily soothed the fear and exhaustion buried deep inside. Tonight, she'd done everything she could to prepare. The enemy might be powerful, but she wasn't about